This gentleman, back in March when he first dropped his mixtape, Canary in a Coal Mine, I took attention to it, I listened to it, I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, it seems that everybody coming up from Ottawa has, a different type of delivery when they're singing, when they're rapping, whatever it is that they're doing. It's just a different style, and it really hit me. Mixing hip-hop with rock, of course, it isn't a new thing. It's been around since the MC told us to walk this way. But, of course, he's taken it, he's added his own flair to it. Fresh off his On the Road tour, he's back in Toronto and slated to perform this Friday at the Ballet on Ossington, which is on 227 Ossington Street. We have with us Goliath Paw. Welcome to Royalty Radio, my man.
Yeah, Goliath Paw, whoa, what's poppin', y'all?
How you doing?
I'm good, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Welcome to Royalty Radio for sure. I'm always fascinated by names. What's the origin behind your name?
Yeah, Goliath Paw, Goliath was my nickname in high school.
Okay.
And then when it came time to me, to pick a name for my group, we were rapping, we were 16, 17 years old.
Right.
I chose the name Goliath because, it has a certain power behind it, a person with influential, just your opinions, whatever, David and Goliath.
You sure you weren't just taller than everybody? That's why you
No, there's a couple ballers in our school. So I play the point guard. But,
okay.
But it just has a lot of strength behind it when you hear the name Goliath. So and I feel like that's like my music. When you listen to it, it's different. You're gonna be like, who's this guy? And also I write songs. I'm not just rapping about anything. So there's a message behind most of the songs that I write. If it's not just for fun. And PAW stands for Proper Way.
Okay.
Like I said, when I first started rapping, that was the first rap group that we were a part of. We called it Proper Way. So to know where you're going, you gotta know where you're from. So I keep that to honor the guys and just to let myself remember, hey, we started here and we're gonna take it all the way.
Okay, definitely. So in terms of the group, you branched out. Were you the only one to branch out, or did everybody else,
Yeah, it was a thing during high school, and then I moved away for college.
Okay.
I moved up north to North Bay, and I was doing my stuff up there. So I didn't stay with the music, and we kind of all went our separate ways. A lot of the guys moved around the neighborhood as well. But when I came back, I was like, music is my life, is what I've always wanted to do. So I'm gonna see where I'm gonna take it. So.
Okay, definitely. And who's the individual now, Mr. Goliath Paw? What is that? How do you define yourself?
Goliath Paw is one in itself, man. I mean, he's a fun-loving party goer. We like to turn up. We like to have fun. I like to party with the ladies, like me. No, but on the real, yeah. There's a lot of things I care about. That's what I want to get through with my music. Like I said, I like to write stories and have many messages, uplift people, because hip-hop right now, what we're in is such a that turn up party phase, but nobody really cares about anything else. We gotta bring the realness back. So that's what I like to do with a little bit of flair. Mr. Rock Pop and hip hop. I bring a different element to hip hop. It's a new age.
What's your first memory of music?
My first memory of music would have to be, it's actually funny. Me and my brothers, we used to watch BET. Well, we didn't watch it, but my brothers and used to watch it. My older brother and my older sister used to watch a bunch of music with Master T back in the day. So those are my first early memories of music, just being like, what's that, what's this, but not really into it because I was too young to care. And then also my parents playing, the African music in the background whenever they're cooking and cleaning. So that's where I get kind of just everything around.
I guess that's one thing we want to know. In terms of your background, what is your background?
Originally, I'm born from the Gambia in West Africa.
Okay.
And I came to Canada when I was 3 years old. So we grew up in Canada.
Alright. Pretty much. Okay. I mean, growing up in Ottawa, in terms of the music styles and the differences, you had your African music playing in the background, when parents were cleaning. Who were some of your other influences musically?
Musically growing up is actually funny because I didn't really start paying attention to music till I was probably in grade 7 and 8. But I get that mainstream kind of radio sound because when we used to always drive around a lot. My dad used to take us from here to here, this activity, and he always used to play the radio. So in the 90s, alternative music was really popping back then. That was the mainstream sound. So I guess I kind of stuck in the back of my head. So when I did come to make music and find out who I really was and what I wanted to do, that all came to the forefront.
Okay. Of course, you went through college, you went through school, you know, did all of that. At what point in time in your life did you realize that, you know what, this is something I'm really going to take seriously, I'm going to make it part of my life?
It was as soon as I touched the mic for the first time, and I was like 15 years old, you know, put a pen to paper. Yeah, I just, you know, education always comes first as one thing my parents always drilled into us. So I made sure I went and got my university degree, and as soon as all that was done, I went home and I told my mom, I showed her the diploma, I said, here you go, don't bother me about anything else. I'm going to do my thing, peace out, I'm moving to Toronto.
And what did she say to that?
She wasn't happy, but I'm a girl, man, what can she do? But she you know, we went back and we threw a coming home party in Ottawa. We sold out the venue, had a lot of people there, and you know, the city just showed love. And I had my mom right front and center in front of the stage, and you know, as I was rapping, I was looking at her, and at the end she was like, okay, I see what you're doing, I see what all this like hard work that you've been doing for the last year really pays off. So she understands it now.
So if you weren't doing music, what would you be?
If I wasn't doing music, I'd probably be hating my life, sitting behind some desk working for the government.
Okay. So when you came to Toronto, I mean, especially, you know, you just started your On the Rise tour back in April. That's when you initially started it.
Yeah.
You know, when you started that, what was the whole concept in terms of, you know, going out to all these places to get people to know you? What did you want to take, you know, what do you want them to take away from the tour?
Okay, so, you know, I made my name in Ottawa. Shouts out to Ottawa. We have a lot of dope acts out there. You know, everyone's doing their thing, and we're gonna pop real soon. But unfortunately, you know, the industry is in Toronto. That's where you gotta be. So when I moved to Toronto, I was a nobody. You know, if you ask about Goliath Paw, you have somebody in Ottawa, they'd be like, yeah, I know I can, you know, doing this thing, whatever. But that's if you asked me back then. So I said I had to make my name, you know, stick here. So how are we gonna do that? Shouts out to my manager, Giovanni Thomas. We started putting an EP together, had that recorded, mixed and mastered by Steve Major, 1-2 Junos. I mean, every track stands for itself. People loved it, we got a good reaction, so we said, yo, we gotta do a tour. So we started off with a CD release party. Shout out Chris Got Rocks at a big ticket event. Had Socrates, Mishi Me there as well. Yeah, so I mean, we just grabbed the game by the neck and went on a 21-day tour. A bunch of those dates are also sold out, which is pretty crazy because like we just making a name for ourselves, right? But I mean, we work very hard. We're in the office all day, every day, and it's paying off.
Sure. In terms of the title, Canary in the Coal Mine, what was the whole concept behind that title? What was the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, so you know, as right now I'm on my come up, right? So everything I'm going to talk about and rap about is how I want to make a name for myself. Canary in the Coal Mine is, I'll tell you the story behind it, but right now that meaning is like a foreshadowing. It kind of means like, oh, danger's coming, watch out. So if you look at the sky and you say, oh, the clouds are gray, that's a canary in a coal mine, it's about to rain, grab your umbrella, stay inside, whatever. So I named my EP Canary in a Coal Mine because back in the day where it originally came from is miners used to take canaries into the mines with them because the CO gases would kill them. There was no way to tell how deep they would get. So these guys all started dying, so they said, okay, let's take these little birdies that would always sing, and as soon as they stopped singing, that means they were dead. It was time to get out, because obviously their lungs were smaller and they would die. So like I said, over time it just meant, watch out, something's coming. Right? So exactly. So that's my my EP. It's my warning to the game, especially the local Canadian game. You know, it's a new sound. This is something that they never heard before. And I'm about to take over. Watch out. It's Canary in the Coal Mine to the game.
Alright. Now, of course, you have a couple of tracks here. I took a listen to it, 9 to 5, and then, of course, Getaway. Those are pretty interesting. I like those ones. In terms of, you know, the concept and the listening, I mean, in terms of the production, actually, sorry. Who are some of the producers on?
Yeah, so we reached out to a bunch of producers in the States. I got Superstar O. He's a really dope producer. A lot of the rappers use him. He's produced for all kinds of big guys like Young Jeezy, Briscoe, I mean, the list goes on. So we got him. I got Marcus Kane, he's in Canada now, but he's also sold millions of records, and he's a mainstream producer for a lot of these record labels, and he's the one who produced 9 to 5. Superstar O did higher. I got Another guy super cranky, kind of does these turn up, you know, swag surf type of beats. So that's where you get Rain and Drop It. So it's a lot of different dynamics in the EP. It's something for everyone, but at the same time, it's just one straight like party going track. But we did throw Getaway in there, kind of just to, you know, throw you off and actually give you a story.
For those who haven't listened to it, talk about that.
Yeah, Getaway, you know, it's a personal story of mine. Taking part in some things that we all do when you're a certain age in school and hanging out with your friends. Anyways, I started to, hear voices, I guess you could say.
Right.
And it's just my experience with that and just kind of like wrestling with like those inner demons and who are you really.
Right.
And like I said, you can hop on SoundCloud/Goliath Paw and go listen to Getaway. Let me know what you think. Tweet me at Goliath Paw.
All right. Drop It was a pretty interesting track. When you listen to it, it's
like I said, I like to have fun with the story.
Right. Was that an actual story that happened? I mean, it talks about you paid attention to a video, a lady on the internet who does her thing.
Hey, I mean, I think every guy out here has a girl on the internet that we can all try to visit every night or something.
Definitely. I mean, so at the end of the day, I mean, taken away from it, for those who listen to it, for those who are going to be listening to it for the first time, what do you want them to take away from it?
I want them to know that I'm a serious artist, that, this isn't a game, this is life, this is what we came to do. We love music, we want to take it to the next level. You saw how Drake came out of nowhere and took it to that next level and got, respect for Canada, and that's what I want to do too as well, especially for my city, Ottawa. We're kind of like the forgotten city. Growing up, everyone's always talking about Toronto and Vancouver, and even out east, you got classified, but everyone forgets about the nation's capital. So there's a couple of us where, shout out Space Millie, we're going to take it by the, like I said, by the neck, and we're going to make sure everybody knows who we are. And I just want you to know, like, I got those fun tracks, but I can also go deep. And like I said, there's always something that you get out of it. There's a little story that you can follow. It's not just rapping about nothing.
Sure. Now, of course, there's one playing in the background right now. We're going to let Andre get into it. Just talk to us about this track. It's called Buried Alive.
Yeah, so this track is called Buried Alive. Again, it's a true story. It's about falling in love with that girl that you never thought that you're going to fall for. You wake up one morning and she's all you can think about. That's what I call being buried alive.
Alright, just promote yourself, let the people know what's good.
Yeah, like I said, man, Mr. Rock Pop and Hip Hop, Goliath Paw, you can add me to Twitter, at Goliath Paw, Instagram, at Goliath Paw. You can follow my life and pictures, and of course, Facebook, we got over 10,000 followers already, at Goliath Music, and of course, YouTube, Goliath Paw Official.
Fan favorite, which song is a fan favorite?
Fan favorite, like what I'm looking right now?
Well, in terms of your album.
Oh, in terms of my album. Oh, okay.
What's the fan favorite? Which one is it that a lot of people are actually?
Oh, that's gotta be 9 to 5 because everyone can relate to that. Yeah, that song is about 9 to 5. We're working or we're going to school all the time. We ain't got no time to do what we want,
Right.
But when the weekend comes, it's time it's time to get all the boys, girls together and hit that club and just forget about everything. And that's what a song is. It's like EDM track, and EDM's real big now. So everyone. I mean, we did that in the show, and the whole, doesn't matter if you're black, white, gangster, hipster, whatever, everybody goes buck on that song.
That's it. Now, in terms of your personal favorite, is there one that speaks to you?
Yeah, my personal favorite, like I said, probably Getaway. I'm talking about some real issues there.
Right.
Getaway and Buried Alive was just played.
Right.
Because obviously it's matters with the heart, and I was talking about a girl.
Right.
So
I understand that one for sure. Now, in terms of projects right now, what projects do you have on the go?
So right now, like we said, we released that end of March,
right?
And we went on this tour. We just finished it about a month ago, the tour. Okay. So right now, I'm recording a new mixtape.
Okay.
We got a bunch of different artists from all over the province. It's gonna be on it. And then we're gonna set off on a new tour. So right now we're just booking dates. We plan on going from everywhere from like London all the way up to Sudbury.
Okay. Yeah. Ontario wise?
Exactly, yeah. Another nice fat regional tour.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ontario's big enough. Why not, right?
Exactly.
You might as well touch all the places while you can.
That's right.
For sure. What are you listening to right now? What's
like I said, they call me Mr. Rock Pop and Hip Hop, so I'm always on the radio trying to see where that's going. I follow that really closely. I follow music trends really closely.
Okay.
But right now, like I said, really it's the new R&B. Even though I'm about 90s R&B, and I love that a lot more. But I really like the beats like DJ Mustard, you know, how these guys come in and change the game. So I'm really feeling Jeremiah's new song, Don't Tell Him.
Okay.
I like that one right now.
Don't tell them, man.
Yeah, don't tell 'em. That's what we tell the girls, right? Don't tell them.
Don't tell them, don't tell them. Of course, this Friday you're going to be performing.
Yeah, this Friday, Ossington. It's at the Ballet on Ossington Avenue, 227 Ossington. So what I want is all my partners to come out and support it. Every time we do a show in Toronto, I mean, everyone comes out and turn up real hard. And I haven't done a show in Toronto in about a month and a half, so we're really looking forward to this one. I definitely know we don't pack it.
Alright. Definitely. What can they expect when they come?
They can expect a lot of things. First, we got Snipes Music. We got my boy Mace Millie from Ottawa. He's coming all the way up to represent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got Bridget Anderson. She's another Toronto native.
Okay.
And we got Pincushion Kid.
Okay.
They're a dope ass band. And I'm gonna have my band with me as well.
Okay.
So
So
we
it's gonna be
we
live.
rock out. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a really live show. Like I said, we bring a different element to hip hop. It's not just rappers on stage yelling at you. It's a lot of crowd interaction. I make them jump, make them move. I point you out, talk to you, you know, maybe embarrass you if your girl with you.
Might make people go and duck and hide, man.
Oh, yeah, hey.
I'll stand right in front.
That's what it is. That's why you don't come to the front.
Oh.
Only girls are allowed at the front of my
Only
shows.
girls are allowed at the front. I hear that. I hear that. You have any shout outs? Let the people know what's good.
Yeah, like I said, man, ride or die. Me and my manager Giovanni Thomas, all day, every day, we in the studios. We running our record label. We're just running errands and just trying to make everything work. So shout out to Giovanni Thomas. Shout out to my homeboy Mace Millie. We got something planned for everybody end of September. We're gonna release that real soon. Shout out to just everybody grinding in Ottawa for sure. You know, I gotta represent my city. And all of y'all, thanks for having me. And of course, Toronto, just anybody, you know, we encourage you. Screw what everybody says. Don't listen to what they want to do. Do whatever you want to do and follow your dreams, because you're the only one that can stop yourself at the end of the day.
Got a couple sentences I want you to finish.
Sure.
Goliath Paw is?
Goliath Paw is on the rise.
Okay. Canary in a coal mine is?
Canary in a coal mine is definitely a collection of thoughts. I mean, listen to Canary in a Coal Mine, you're going to know who Goliath Paw is, and you're going to get a good grasp of what we want to do with it. So.
And last one, you should come and watch me perform this Friday at the Ballet, because
we're going to rock your socks off. I got the full band. We've been practicing all for the last 3 weeks. We go hard, we do covers, we do original stuff, and like I said, we got all those other guys in the show as well. They're all a bunch of dope artists. We only pick the best, and the ballet is a dope spot. And of course, at the end, it's a nice show from 9 to 11. They're gonna have a burlesque show after, so I mean, you can't go wrong. A little bit of skin there. So.
Yeah. Well, with that said, thank you very much for coming through the Royalty Radio. Much appreciated. We definitely look forward to having you on another day.
Definitely, you know, and I know this is your last show for the year.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, y'all definitely gotta have me back then next year, man.
We'll work on that, definitely, for sure. Before you go, let the people know where they can get a hold of you.
Goliath Paw, you can get a hold of me. Twitter @Goliath Paw, Instagram @Goliath Paw, Facebook /Goliath Music, and YouTube Goliath Paw Official. We got a bunch of vlogs. You know, we tape everything that we do, so you get to see an inside look. I think that's pretty cool. And then also I got music videos up on there as well. You know, whoa! What's up? It's Goliath Paw, Mr. Rock Pop and Hip Hop. Y'all tune in to Royalty Radio every Tuesday night from 8 to 10. Don't forget royaltyradio.ca, because that's where I'm at all the time.
Smoking. They say it open up a part of the brain and keep it open. I knew I should have stopped when I know some signs, but I kept on toking. First year of college, that's when I felt them poking.